Welcome to BTV, your number one spot to achieve the meaningful business you are crazily passionate about. I'm Gabby Zakowski. Every entrepreneur on earth knows that to have a successful company, they need to attract new customers. And even more importantly, keep them coming back for more. Far more powerful than having a satisfied client is to have an unconditional fan, a strong community around your brand that will buy every product you make and will be ambassadors of your company anywhere they go. Think about Apple, Anthropologie, and Oprah. They succeed in making their clients their biggest fans because they know exactly who their ideal customer avatar is and they know how to deliver what they want. Whatever they create will sell. And even more amazing, as they are so true to their message and their ideal customer, they end up reaching so much further than a specific client base. So, do you want to know how to attract your ideal client and make them your biggest fan? I will show you right now. We all know and have heard of connecting to your client on a personal level. You need to get deep and emotional and to speak to their biggest dreams and fears. This is impossible to achieve if you think your client is everyone and everywhere. As you heard so many times before, if you want to attract everyone, you will attract no one. And this is one of the biggest mistakes entrepreneurs do. They think their product can really help everyone and they don't want to leave any markets behind. That's the traditional way of positioning your brand. But let me tell you something. You will never appeal to everyone, and that's really okay. And a secret is the biggest strength of your company. Not everyone on the planet uses an iPhone, but because they know and truly understand their customer and they speak to a specific ideal customer avatar, they make Apple's voice true to their hopes and fears, and this makes the brand compelling and consistent. And it even attracts other clients, they're not their avatar. And I don't even need to say what it does to their ideal customer, right? Without truly understanding your ideal customer avatar, their irrational fears and deepest desires, your brand's voice will be generic and ineffective and probably will connect to no one. You'll have a couple of clients, but never a fan. This is a new way of positioning, taking targeting to another level altogether because it goes deep into the pain points, fears, and deepest desires of your client, which are the main reasons why they will or won't buy from you. So let's go deep into what an ideal customer avatar, what I like to call the biggest fan avatar is. The biggest fan avatar is a single fictional character who embodies your perfect customer. This is the reason you will create your business for. It helps put a face behind the decision making for your marketing efforts and your copy because it makes you understand the motivations, beliefs, secret desires, and darkest fears that influence your customers' buying decisions. The avatar is dying for you to launch your product because you feel a need that they desperately have and solve the pain points they are experiencing. Do this exercise before making your business plan. This will give you clarity and most importantly, will make you sell what your biggest fan avatar needs. The first step to discover it is to understand the audience you are trying to reach. It needs to be very specific. Think about the people you serve or want to serve, your perfect client. What do they have in common? What is their age? Where do they live? What do they do for a living? How much do they make? Are they in a relationship? And what's their education and gender? Then go a little further. Think about their beliefs, lifestyle, worldview, hobbies, what they love to do. Now that you know the audience you want to reach, it's time to really go deep. Put together all the things they have in common and what resonates with the client you want to have, and use it to create a single person. Yes, you will really create your biggest fan avatar. If they were a person, how would they be? Create a name for her. How old is she? How is her hair? What type of clothes does she wear? What books does she read? What are her favorite websites and social media? Is she in a serious relationship? What are her favorite restaurants and series? What brands does she love? Who inspires her? Where does she work? And what are her guilty pleasures? Be as detailed as possible. Picture her in your head. Talk to her. Imagine her talking to her friends, colleagues, and family. Imagine a day in her life. The next step is to become your biggest fan avatar. This is the fun part. Put yourself in her fancy or flip-flop shoes. Start journaling through her eyes. What would she write about? How was her day? What is bothering her right now? How is her work life, her love life, her relationships with herself? This is where you need to go very deep. What are the things she would only write in her diary? Things that she's scared to admit to herself. The key here is to understand her darkest fears, what keeps her up at night, the pain points in her life, and also what her biggest aspirations, her truest dreams, her purpose, and deepest desires are. Write everything down as much as you can. No matter that you're selling, whether it's technical or not, or whether your client is not a person but is a company, the biggest fan avatar works for any business. If your client's a company, imagine how that company would be, what its values are, whether it would buy from you. Imagine it as a person. Now, one of my favorite parts. What does she feel when she's about to buy from you? Can you deliver her something that will help her achieve her biggest dreams, feel her truest desires, or something that will help her solve her pain points and darkest fears? How would you speak to her in a way she would better understand it, that she would love it, that she would wait in line to buy it? Another important part of this exercise is to think about all of her objections. What would make her hesitate to buy your product, to give up on the purchase? Address this in your copy too. Once you have all those answers, you have such clarity of what your biggest fan avatar truly desires and fears, and you will be able to deliver the solution for it. Not only deliver, but also to do it in her favorite voice, in her favorite layout, with everything she loves. Everything you do and create is all about your avatar. Once you have this clarity and you are true to her and your brand, you not only will attract a huge amount of clients that will be waiting in line for what you have to offer, but you will also attract other clients that are not your avatar because your voice will be so real and consistent. So let's recap. To create your biggest fan avatar, you need to understand the audience you want to reach. You need to create your avatar based on the common things your audience members have. Then you need to become your avatar in order to truly understand her truest and deepest desires and fears. And lastly, you need to make your brand all about her. Now it's time to be a doer and make your clients wait in line for everything you create. Take your current company, or if you don't have one yet, imagine the company you would like to have in the future and do the 4 steps in the video to create your biggest fan avatar. I would love if you could share it in the comments below, the name and one of the deepest desires of your avatar. Our big mantra today to share on Twitter is, to make my products sell out, I need to know my biggest fan avatar. If you love this video and want to receive more amazing tips and practical tools, as well as some things we only share by email, subscribe to our newsletter on theb.co. And why don't you become part of our exclusive community of incredible women, just like you, want to create a life that truly makes them happy? Join our Facebook community, be part. You love to spread amazing things like this and think a friend would enjoy it? Share it. Keep sharing your gifts, doing what you love. And always remember, there's only one you. Let's make it the best you ever. I'll see you here on BTV next week.